let's say you have written a nostalgic motif in G minor mode. But you can't complete it or don't know which notes to play or which chords to use. Let's do it. Hello, today we will work with you on section A of a new composition. We met 7 of our neighbors. If you remember, we started in G minor in the first composition. Our first visit was to the A Locrian family, then back home, then to G dominant Phrygian, and from there to other neighbors. Today I would like to meet and visit a new neighbor. This is the melodic major family based on the D. The harmony of the scale consists of D, F sharp, A, C, E. This neighbor seems a bit sleepy, emotionally sensitive, maybe melancholic. We will witness this in the coming minutes. If you want to be a media or film composer, pay close attention to the emotion each scale conveys to the listener. I think we can get started now. Today let's begin our journey with another family. Which one we choose first will depend mainly on the nature of the motif and a little on our wishes. Then let's start the composition. I start with such a motif in G minor. So, how do we proceed? In fact, you can go to any of the 8 neighbors here, and the melody will develop interestingly. But as I said in my previous lesson, it is useful to give a little tip to students who are just starting to compose music. That is, you can go to any neighboring house you want and touch any pitch of the scale. But when you enter your neighbor's house, try to make the first note you play in the melody one of the chord tones of the harmony, shown vertically. You can then explore other tones of the scale. For instance, let's say you wrote a motif in G minor, and now you want to move to A Locrian. The first note you play should be one of the following notes: A, C, E flat, G. You can then move on to the other tones in the scale like B flat, D and F. If you follow this advice, your composing ability will improve rapidly. Thus, any of our 8 neighbors around us can be visited. I think the melody would have developed more interestingly if I had continued with the C Dorian mood. Look, as I enter C Dorian, the first note I use in the melody is one of the chord tones shown vertically. I like this one. This 2-bar musical excerpt you just listened to is a phrase. In other words, this is the presentation of the musical idea. Now, let's see where we can go from here. As I mentioned earlier, by playing the chord of each scale with your left hand, you can find a suitable neighbor to continue the melody. You won't know unless you try. Notice that in our last journey, we went counter to the circle of fifth, beginning in G minor, and then back to C Dorian. Maybe we should apply the same rule once more. Let's try and see what happens. At the moment, with fewer neighbors nearby, we are focusing on moving more around the circle of fifth. However, we'll explore other walking later on. In that case, I'll begin the same phrase in the F mixolydian scale. The second phrase is also done. So, I started in G minor, returned to C Dorian, then moved back to F mixolydian, and finally ended up in the B flat major family. I really enjoyed this journey. Alright then, let's see what comes next. Do you think I should repeat this phrase? There's no point in repeating the exact same thing. So, to keep the listener from getting bored, I'll make a few changes. Let's continue. So, what we will do next to develop the melody? We truly hope this course will be beneficial for you. We would be delighted to hear your feedback so we can make the content even clearer and more helpful for everyone. Thanks for watching, stay inspired and enjoy composing.